Hey, peace, diehards. What's good, man? It's your boy Eru, host of the Diehard Knicks podcast. Now starting the brand new Diehard Liberty podcast, man. So that's a tentative name there. I don't know if I'll change it, but this is what it is for now, man. So shout out to everyone that's popping in, just realizing this, man. Did you know, as a Liberties fan, that there is no freaking Liberty podcast out there? So if you love the Liberty and you see me here and you're like, damn, why I never thought of that? Yes, why haven't you thought of that? You know what I'm saying? Because the Liberty needs you. Right now the Liberty are in the playoffs. They're playing against the Chicago Sky. They need the fan base. They need somebody to galvanize the group. Let me get my mic a little closer to me. That they need somebody to galvanize the group and really show that fans are really after them. That they really care about what they're doing here. So I mean, right now I'm kind of behind. I'm 7-5 right now. So Chicago has 7 on my screen. I'm at the 7:20 mark in the game. So the Liberty are actually playing in black, man. So is this a funeral? I don't know if wearing black is a good idea, for elimination game. But I guess it's their funeral, I guess, man. So play on words, whatever you want to say here, man. Shout out to my girl, Laney. She just hit a shot just now. So the score right now is 7-7. Tied up game here. I'm looking at the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky's point guard number 14 is really good, man. She does a good job of running the show. That game one, man, she had maybe 3 shots and 3 she had 3 possessions. I want to say 4 possessions straight, where she basically just gave the Liberty the game, man. So she can go through points too when she is not paying attention and that type of thing, man. But she's very good. She really holds them down. And but if the Liberty can hold down everybody else with their defense, it'll force that point guard to make mistakes, and that's how the Liberty are going to win this game. Because you're not going to stop high profile scorers in the WNBA if they're going straight to the basket. You're just not going to stop them because there's nobody that could jump. Shout out to CP3 here, Candace Parker. I'm looking at her shoot free throws right now. Candace Parker, you cannot stop Candace going driving to the basket. You can't stop her because there's nobody that could jump out the gym to block that shot. Same thing with the other young lady. I think her name is Copper. I was calling her Cooper the last game, but her name is Copper. She's basically the same player as Candace Parker. She can get to the basket at will. So if she does get a step and she's going to the basket, no one's going to stop her. So that's going to be the death of the Liberty. And also too, leaving these shooters, leaving the shooters open is just lazy. Candace Parker just bricked the 3. In the WNBA, they're not really as prolific as 3-point shooters as the NBA. So that's something too, man. The women usually get streaky, especially if everybody's cheering for each other and they're catcalling and this and that. I want to say, because that's exactly what the Chicago Sky was doing to us the last game. They were kind of just running the table and they were just making it, rubbing it in our faces. And in the women's game, I noticed that type of behavior tends to push the the teams a little further. So right now we're going back and forth. It's 10-10. Liberty's up 10. That's gonna mean the Liberty is tied it up with 10. Number 14 just chucks up a 3-point shot. It's a bad shot. Let's get into some play-by-play here. We got number 23 here. That's my girl. She's finally started. She just chucks up a 3 and she makes it, baby. She's from the French national team. That's Johannes, I believe her name is. And she's a really good 3-point shooter. She could pass, get to the basket at the whole 9 yards. It looks like they put her in the starting lineup in replace of the young lady. Let me get her name in a second. But they changed the starting lineup because they, that's another thing with the WNBA. They have agendas, man. That's one thing I don't like about the WNBA. There's a lot of agenda-driven stuff, according to who they want to succeed, or let's say if they're trying to they're looking at marketing at a different standpoint. They're looking to big up, people that had prior accolades. Let me get the names together, man. I got to use my phone because I'm still trying to figure out a good site that I could use to actually pull up stats and stuff for the WNBA. So right now I'm using the WNBA site. I like the colors there. I'm using it for the scoreboard, if you can see it there. According to the screen, there's 13-12. A little bit there actually on the timeout right now. So let me just do what I was doing. Just looking up their roster. So the young lady's name is Dangerfield. She was the rookie of the year 2 years ago, but then she didn't have such a good season last year. She got this year. Last year she didn't have a good season, and this year she didn't have a good season. She got waived, and the Liberty were able to pick her up. So anyway, she got picked up off of waivers, and then they just threw in a starting lineup. I mean, that's not right. There's plenty of young ladies on the roster that deserve that spot. So that's one thing that I don't really like about the WNBA when it comes to like rosters and stuff like that. Shout out to Worldwide L. Shout out to Kieran Grant. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the WNBA, man. So I mean that's my point here with this. I'm not sure how long this channel is gonna go for, man, but it depends on who's watching, who's paying attention. Especially young ladies that are into basketball. Even men, men enjoy basketball. Period. And they follow the WNBA like myself. I like the WNBA. Here's another thing that just marketing wise, they just don't do a good job promoting games, man. They don't do a good job on promoting tickets. They don't do a good job of just visually being out there. And like you have to be like looking for them in order to find it. Like emails, they do the old school way, sending emails. I get emails from them all the time. So for those that are locked in onto their emails, you can find out what they're doing. They have kids camps and team events, that type of thing that you can only get via email. They're not really showing it anywhere else. You would think that local television and stuff like that, they at least will promote their brand. So it's just odd, man. You just have to be in tune with that and just whatever. So it is what it is there. I know women's basketball, they like to do a lot of women's events and that type of thing, women empowerment stuff. But I think, man, it's like you got to remember what it is. It's a basketball game. So you got to promote basketball. That's my thing. You got to promote basketball. I understand strong women. That's what they're doing now. The whole promo is just all about showing strong women. But I get it. It's basketball. But instead of showing those images, maybe they should show the game more. And that would get people more excited about the game itself. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, man, but I mean that's what it is. Because I mean, I can buy a ticket right now and go to the Barclays Center and watch a game. I can go right now and just pop up. If you want to watch this game, you can just pull up to the Barclays Center and buy a ticket. So I mean, they got to do something about that. Somebody like me, a podcaster that cares a little bit, man. I wouldn't mind doing something, some kind of promotion and stuff to get people into the game, into the arena, or just to get them support. So anyway, that was a long commercial. So we're back again. This is 13-12. You got the Sky. Let's get the Sky's names on players' names here. Anyway, their point guard, I believe her name is Vanderson. So her full name is Vanderson, I believe. Yeah, Vandersloot. Excuse me. That's the point guard for Chicago Sky. She's pretty good. Right now, you got number 23, Johannes, giving it to Howard. Howard is the big man for the Liberty. She has a problem losing the ball on the drives, man. She blows a lot of layups going to the basket as well. Like I said, you're going to get that in the WNBA unless you're elite on the level of Candace Parker or that other young lady, Cooper. I'm just going to be Copper. Copper right now, she has the ball. She gives it up to number 33. 33 back to Candace. It goes to point guard, just chucks up a shot, and she makes a three-point shot. See, that's something that the Liberty need to do, man. Their defense is very stingy. They usually get up on players to stop the three-point shot, but they haven't been able to do it the last two games, man. So here we go here, top of the key. Got Dolson is there starting center, number 31. She sets great screens, man. Nice pick and roll game there. Push shot, gets it in. Good shot by Dolson. Dolson is a big woman, man. So strong. She reminds me of some of the older great players from the Liberty history. Here we go. Number 14, the point guard, was able to get it inside to Candace Parker. So Candace Parker was actually triple team just now. She still put up the shot. But that's the thing in the women's game. There's no jumpers, man. So if you're tall enough and get the ball up, I'd rather you shoot it because it can't be defended. Here he goes there. Copper, she drives to the basket. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I said, there's nobody with athleticism. So all you got to do is attack the basket and you can easily stop. You can easily score against a team. Because Johannes is doing too much ball handling here. You got to get the ball to Sabrina. Cross-court pass easily picked away by Copper. Now here it is, just an easy layup. She got fouled. That's the only reason why she missed it. But Sabrina needs to get the ball, man. Number 23 is doing too much ball handling, and Sabrina's playing off the ball. See, my thing, that's the thing. The game plan is to have Dangerfield, the point guard that they picked up via waivers, be the ball handler and have Sabrina off the ball. But if Dangerfield is not starting, then why are you making Johanna play the let me make sure I get her name right too. Why are you making her play point guard and have Sabrina play off the ball? So her name is Anescu. That's her last name. I can never get her name correctly. So that's just the way it is. Let me make sure I get her name correctly here. So the Liberty makes some substitutions here. We got the big center, Han is here. Yeah, her name is Johannes, man. Just make sure I got her name right. So there's another young lady that they have here. Her name is Han. She's from China. She's very good, man. Very good basketball player. She's another one. When she's at the rim, you can't jump with her because she's 6'10". She puts her hands up at the rim and she can basically grab the rim, almost just about. She can just hop up and grab the rim. She can't dunk. In game she can't. Bad shot there. Liberty just crowded the top of the key there with three players, and then lady just shot a jump shot over her three teammates and the defender. It's crazy. Yeah, so this young lady Han is pretty good, man. She's good inside blocking shots. She can grab rebounds. Not very mobile, but once she gets the ball down there, man, it's good money. Transition 3-point shot was not a good shot either. The Liberty need to actually run some offense here and get the ball in the hands of people that can shoot. Like Johannes, I would like to see her catch the ball and shoot. Right now they have, what's her name here? Is that Wilcox? I believe that's Rebecca Allen. They got Rebecca Allen in the game right now, and Rebecca Allen, she could shoot a little bit too, man. But if Johannes is on the court, I would rather her get those trailing 3-point shots than Rebecca Allen. So anyways, Chicago Sky gets caught with a foul there. Candace Parker's complaining to the referee. She's still rapping to the referee. One thing about the Liberty, they don't complain. They like to get together. They gather each other up, and they don't talk to the referees. They talk to each other. Shout out to Onescu. Onescu is very quiet out there. They do a lot of communicating as far as getting girls involved. But when that huddle comes in, her mouth is going, boy. The energy is up, trying to get everybody together. Here goes Howard for the top of the key 3-point shot. No good. Good rebound there by Rebecca Allen. Han was able to secure it. Rebecca Allen's looking for something here. Easy layup on the inside, hard pass. Is that Liberty ball? Yes, it's Liberty ball. Han received a hard pass from Howard that was out of position, man. She was right there for the layup, but Howard just threw the pass off, almost got it picked off, but Han had the frame of mind to knock it out of bounds, man. So here we go to New York Liberty here, inbounding the ball underneath the basket. So I won't be showing the game today for anybody that's wondering. I won't be showing the game live on the screen because I did get a copyright strike. You know what I'm saying? I figured for the first game, I'll get that copyright strike, out the way, just to give people that were looking to treat, because there were a couple people looking at the end there. You can get a chance to watch the game a little bit here. So here goes Howard. Howard just shot a shot just now. What does she have right now? Howard has 2 baskets. She's 2 for 4. Rebounds. She got 4 rebounds tonight, which is good. Johannes is doing well, 6 points. You got Enescu only has 3. Enescu only took 1 shot, man. So excuse me, guys. There goes the game right there. Enescu needs the ball. And here we go again with Johannes. Now that's not even Johannes. It's somebody else. Number 32. Number 32, I believe, is Whitcomb. Number 32 is running the point. Too much ball handling from people that shouldn't be ball handling, man. So I guess Whitcomb just came in just now for Enescu. All right, so a lot of fumbling and bumbling on the inside underneath Chicago Sky's bench. That should be Liberty's ball. One thing I love too about street ball too is when somebody gets inside, if guys are paying attention, you can box guys in and they won't be able to get a shot off. Double team, box guys in on the baseline. Women's basketball are good for that. So if you're into defense and tough play like that, especially an inside play, you're gonna see a lot of that. A lot of young ladies getting caught on the inside because the defense is collapsed and they cocoon them and they can't get free. Wow, man, there goes big time shot there, freaking rainbow by Whitcomb. So Whitcomb just that was Johannes. Johannes just number 23. She just shot a 3-point shot, bomb. See what I'm saying? Johannes is the one that needs to shoot that 3. Not freaking Rebecca Allen. Got to understand where your shooters are. That young lady, for those that don't know, Johannes, she's given Team USA from the French national team. She gave Team USA a lot of problems, man. So she's a really good player. Number 32, Whitcomb is running the point now. Howard is driving on the inside. She kind of just throws it up there. There's no rebounding help there by Han. Here we go. Fast break there. Han almost picked it off, wasn't able to get there to it. So anyway, they got Han out on the perimeter. That's her problem. She can't guard the perimeter. So that doesn't really help with the WNBA. There's a lot of mobile people out there. So they're calling for the last shot of the first quarter. Driving kick, lost the ball there. Number 35 drives, throws it up, and was able to make it. Number 35 could be a go-to scorer on another team. Right now, she's basically 3rd or maybe 4th option on the Chicago Sky. So Chicago Sky is pretty stacked, man. They got some good scorers on their team. That's why they were able to win the championship last year. Well, if you have, like I said, if you're really good at scoring in the WNBA, at least it could drive the basket, could drive to the basket and score. You're going to have a good career in the WNBA because they just don't have any athletes. So unless you get stuck, like I said, unless you drive and get stuck underneath the basket, and if you don't have no height on you, and if the girls are close and they can collapse you in, then you won't be able to score. But straight driving to the basket, those easy money for these young ladies, and that's really like the main offense for most of these people that pop in here. So anyway, let's see what's going on with the chat. Once again, I said Worldwide L was taking a look. Kareem Grant was taking a look as well. Thank you for supporting, guys. The Nets own New York. Lives Dolan sold the team. I'll talk about that in a second. I mentioned that in the last podcast. Liberty got a chance. Yeah, I think they got a chance, man. Like I said, Chicago Sky is top heavy. They have a lot. They have two go-to scorers. That's like two of the best players in the WNBA. Like I said, they're not going to be stopped going to the basket, and if they start shooting threes and that type of thing, the game is going to be long. You know what I'm saying? They also have a couple other scorers that if they were on a different team, they probably would be a go-to scorer. Like number 35 on Chicago Sky, she's good. Their point guard is really good too. So I mean, they have like, I think they have like 6 players double figures. That's like pretty good in the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So they have a lot of scores on the team, man. So the one thing about the Liberty is that they communicate. They don't get rattled by the referees. They don't get rattled by the moment. Even though they got beat by 40 something the last game, they usually don't get rattled to that point. They play good defense. They have scores on their own right. But a lot of girls are coming back from being injured and stuff, so they really coming together now. So do they have a chance? Yes, they do, absolutely. But right now, UNESCO, their leading scorer, she only has 8. She has 3 points right now. So I mean, she needs more shots. They're not even trying to give her the ball. That's the problem, man. I don't know if she got hurt. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking. But they need to give her the ball. I know they're trying to run the offense through what's her name? Whitcomb and what's the other one? Johannes. They're trying to run the offense through them too, and that's not really the best thing to do there. You gotta run the offense through Sabrina. I guess they're trying to get everybody else involved, but that's what's up, man. You're a dope play-by-play commentator. Thank you, man. I could get crazy and stuff like that, but if I'm concentrating and whatever, I'm trying to get used to these women's names because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a casual WNBA fan, because just simply because of the way things are. The website, it just got okay. Like the WNBA website just got okay enough to look up stats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I still would use third-party sites to find information, whatever. There's always a lot of information after the game. Nothing during the game, nothing before the game and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'll get used to it, and hopefully I can continue to do this, man, for our Liberty fans that are interested in hearing this stuff, So anyway, let me get into this. B Willis, man. I mentioned this the last podcast. The New York the WNBA teams are a liability. So for those of you want to talk about stocks and investing and stuff like that, like buying $500 sneakers and stuff like that, like especially if you live in the projects and you have no use to getting out of there. I'm just using that as an example. It's probably a bad example, but that is a liability. If you're gonna spend like $2,000 on what do you call clothing just for the day, and then you have other outfits in your closet, whatever, but you live in public housing and your kids don't have their education together and stuff like that, you don't have your priorities in order. I hate to use the whole ghetto thing, but just simple. Buying a car. Like if you just simply buy a car, it's a liability. So how do you buy a car but don't have a house yet? How do you even just buy a car if you don't have stock in the company? Simple things like that. So anyway, Liberty is a liability. So everybody that's grown ups know what a freaking liability is. So sorry about the whole play-by-play for financial services and shit, but the New York the MSG people, they try to charter plane flights for the Liberty. They try to accommodate them with housing and other things like that nature, which is what do you call against the collective bargaining agreement for the WNBA. So the Liberty almost got kicked out the league for that. They almost got kicked out the league for that. So aside from that, it becomes tedious to run an organization like this, because there's no assets, because you have to play by their rules and stuff. So it's just a mess. So that's why, not Dolan, but the MSG people, they just got rid of the Liberty because it was just too much. The Liberty were playing in Westchester. Excuse me, they were practicing in Westchester, and they had games at the Garden. That's atrocious for women that are not making millions. If you're making millions, you could provide your own travel to these places. But if you're not making millions, then you have to accommodate a whole team of 12 women to come from wherever they're from by bus or whatever the hell, team bus. They have to meet up in Westchester to drive all the way to the Garden, which is ridiculous. So the Brooklyn Nets took them over because the Brooklyn Nets practice facility is at the Barclays Center. So I mentioned before, Dee Richards, that plays for the Liberty, her and a couple teammates, they live together. They live together in Brooklyn and walk to the Barclays Center for practice. It's crazy. That is crazy, man. Oh my God. They're freaking full-blown celebrities, man. Shout out to Dee. I mention her a lot because she's she's fantastic. But anyway, Dee was just in the swimsuit edition for Sports Illustrated. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, she's on the swimsuit edition, but lives with roommates a couple blocks away from the Barclays Center and walks to the Barclays Center. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. It's not about money because the WNBA don't generate no money, fam. So where the money coming from? You know what I'm saying? At least let these women get some endorsements and things like that nature to help the league, man. There's so much things going on, without that. But aside from joking on Dolan all the time, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. These women need assets. They need some money. It's not going to come from us because you could look at the arena. It's like like I told you, you could buy a great ticket right now to pull up to the Barclays Center right now. Get off the train station, walk up to the booth, and get a great seat for this game right now. Shit is crazy. So anyway, let's get back to the game. Do some play-by-play stuff, man. Shout out to anybody that's actually a Liberty fan that's tuning into this here, man. So, what are we talking about here? We got Poke Pass. Where are they playing? What stadium? They're playing at the Barclays Center. Brooklyn, Barclays Center, Atlantic Avenue and freaking Flatbush, my man, right outside Atlantic Terminal. Rebecca Allen, she needs to stop chucking these jump shots, man. She's not Candace Parker, fam. Here goes number 35. She's a really good player. Number 14, jab steps, comes on the inside turnaround jump shot. Interior pass to number 33. Their center's kind of lazy, number 33. But she's big as hell, though. Number 32, she just chucks up a three-point shot. It was a freaking air ball. So, I mean, that's your girl, Whitcomb. She can shoot threes, man, but not transition threes. It's not really a good shot. Candace Parker, or number 30, just turns right into Dolson. Number 30, Stevens, is a really good basketball player, too. If she was on a different team, she also could be a go-to scorer. She's their center. She's actually their, like I think they're power forward or whatever for the Sky. She's really good, too. I don't know if she's the starting center or not, but she's really good. She could be right on number 30, could start for us, could start for the Liberty. No doubt about that. Sky win this match. They just might, man. Right now the score is pretty close. She got 38-29. That happened in the first game. The Sky went up, but then Liberty came back. So, I mean, we're still within striking distance. We're talking about the second quarter. So they should be able to catch up and, they should be able to make this a game. Hopefully they don't get blown up by 40 again, because that would be really, really, really bad to watch that. You know what I'm saying? While I'm here, I'm going to give you guys a heads up because I'm going to actually cut off the telecast on Diehard Knicks, and I'm just going to exclusively broadcast on Diehard Liberty. Right? So for those that haven't checked it out yet, I still don't have it queued up. Lord have mercy. In my last pod, I was supposed to have had it queued up so I can share it. So I'm gonna have to manually do this now. So anyway, I'm definitely gonna cut off the broadcast for Diehard Knicks. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys in Diehard Knicks that's watching. If you want to continue to listen along with me talking about the Liberty here, go on over to Diehard Liberty to the Diehard Liberty channel. It's Diehard Liberty podcast. Let me get the link for it. I'll actually give you the actual link to this broadcast here. I'm trying not to get any feedback. So yep, there goes the feedback. Here. So let me get this out of here. So let me put this in the chat. Here, go put this in the chat for those that want to follow me over to the Diehard Liberty channel, and we can continue this thing there. So we still got a little bit of time left in this first half, about 5 more minutes left. So we'll continue for the next 5 minutes, and once we get to halftime of this game, we'll go over to the Diehard Liberty channel and finish it up there, man. So thank you for everybody for tuning in. Any Knicks fans that are tuning in and wondering what the hell's going on, you see the colors change, and I got Liberty stuff in the behind because I am going to start supporting the Liberty, giving my time to the Liberty and giving some feedback and stuff like that. Hopefully I start to build the channel and people be more involved in it, and maybe we can make it something, man. So shout out to the Liberty, shout out to once again all the Diehard Knicks podcast supporters that are tuning in. Please follow me over to that Diehard Liberty channel. So right now I'm on commercial. So right now the score is 40-31 according to the dashboard there. So that's what's up. Right now the Liberty's high scorers, Lunestu, Sabrina, she only has 3 points, 3 rebounds, only 1 assist. It's driving me crazy because she is not running the offense. I don't understand what's going on. She's not running the offense. So they're running it through Johanna and Whitcomb, which is atrocious to me. Those are the shooters. So Sabrina needs to go follow them, and Sabrina needs to do a lot more one-on-ones. Her getting 3 points in this first half so far is an abomination, man. Howard has 4. That's also an abomination. She's also 2 for 6. She's hot and cold. She can get hot. The last game, I would say game 1, I think she had 1 rebound entering the fourth quarter or something like that. But then she ended up finishing the game with like 7 rebounds. So she could turn it on from time to time, man. So that's Howard from the Liberty. Who else we got here? Dolson is she's a role player, man. Right now she got 2 points, 0 rebounds in 10 minutes. It's atrocious. Laney is another one that hasn't really taken too many shots. She's on 2 for 4. If anything, she was the Liberty's leading scorer last year before she got hurt. So Laney needs to start getting more shots. The people taking the shots are not the ones that need to be taking the shots, man. Shout out to Whitcomb. She's 2 for 5, and she's their bench point guard, coming off the bench point guard shooting guard. Another young lady, Rebecca Allen, just chucking bomb 3-pointers and stuff like that. She's 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 4. Come on, man. The wrong people are taking shots for the Liberty right now. So if you want to talk about why we're losing, there you go. Dangerfield didn't even see the light of day yet. We got a couple other young ladies that probably need to get some playing time. Willoughby, I think, hurt herself. She pulled something. We got Michelle. She needs to get out there. Anyway, let's just continue watching this first half of this basketball game here. It goes Chicago Sky, gets a nice little steal, fast break. Scores now 42-31. So the Liberty are going to come down to score right away, looks like. Dolson's here doing some ball handling on top of the key, directing traffic. Gives it to Johannes again. Here goes Sabrina. Sabrina gets a pick, gives it to Howard. Howard pulls up jump shot, 15-footer. It's good. Very good there, Miss Howard. But like I said, we need Sabrina to get more involved in his offense. I don't understand what's going on with the Liberty. They're doing some stuff that they haven't done all year, really. So I mean, Lunesto, I think she averaged 18 points this year. Here goes Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky is doing nothing right now. Stagnant offense. They just pulls up a jump shot. In and out, no good. Here goes Sabrina bringing the ball up the court. I mean, what took so long? I haven't seen her bring up the ball up the court for 2 quarters. She gets stuck at the top of the key by Candace Parker by giving up her dribble. Lord have mercy. Number 23, Johannes inside to Laney. Laney inside, nice post-up player, very good, man. Big time play there, number 44. I hear her talking junk to number 22, Vandersloot. So I don't think they're talking junk. I think they're just communicating. So any good sportsmanship by both teams there. It was nothing crazy. They're just talking. Yeah, baby. See, I mean, if you like physicality, you got to give the WNBA a try, man. Because I like that, the passive aggressive stuff. Listen, man, I didn't mean to do that. Chill out, that type of thing. Okay, cool. No, be good. I love that, man. That's what's missing with the NBA and just the men's game in general. Everybody wants to like, because they dunked on you or because they did a cool layup. Now they want to go, ooh, look at me. And they get offended if you talk back. The women's game is the real tough game, man. Old school tough game. Nice big rebound by number 30. He goes on copper drive right out to 14 double pumps. Inside, good defense there by number 23, Johannes, but she made the nice little floater. That's number 14 for the Chicago Sky. He goes Laney behind the back, top of the key. She's driving, kicks it back out to Dolson for the jump shot. I don't like it. Of course, she misses it. I don't like her taking jump shots like that, man. I'd rather Laney get the shot. Dolson can't really shoot it, man. Here goes Dolson stepping back, allowing Copper to get a nice little jump shot. Copper's good, man. Copper's really good. She's a really good basketball player. Here goes Lunesto again, giving up her a dribble, and she gets fouls in the process. So I think Lunesto is having a problem right now. Sabrina, she's definitely having an off game right now because I've never seen her give up the dribble so easily. So something's got to be going on here with that. I don't know what's going on. I guess we'll find out later on here. The Liberty coach, he's a good coach, world-renowned coach. But we gotta get this together here. You go Howard directing traffic at the top of the key. Gives it to Dolson. Dolson over to Johanna. She jumps up, man, and gives up the ball. Sabrina, top of the key, drives in. First time, go to the basket all the way, man. Scoop shot is good. Lunestu is really good going to the basket, man. I'm gonna say that's her third shot for the game. Jesus Christ, she has 5 points right now. So anyway, we definitely got to get more shots for her in the second half. So what did they do just now? All right, somebody called a timeout. I think Chicago Sky called a timeout before the shot, or did they call a tech? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't give a fuck either. They might have called a timeout, or it might be a referee's timeout. But a referee timeout on an offensive play when they drive into the basket, it's like, come on. So here goes another commercial. I don't know what's going on here, but I mean, it has nothing to do with basketball, with female basketball. I don't know. It's just like a random thing here. I want to see who is running this commercial. I can't even tell. It's a bunch of high school stuff going on here. A lot of dancing. Got soccer playing on the basketball court. Got football players on the basketball court. I don't see any basketball players on the basketball court in this commercial. Oh my God. Okay, it's a Nike commercial. Now here goes a basketball player. Lisa Leslie finally gets up. And it's a Nike commercial. And they're talking about whatever. I don't know. Lisa Leslie, the only basketball player. So they're calling this swoosh high back to school. So it's a back to school special. So let me tell you something. This is subliminal messages here. Women are usually the mothers, right? So back to school shopping, whatever, for women in the WNBA game. Come on. They don't play those commercials during the NBA game. They don't play those type of commercials in the WNBA game. So come on, let's go on, man. So anyway, shout out to Joe McEaton. What are you saying here? It always pays out to be different. Respect to, yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. I enjoy basketball with the core. Basketball is the core of everything. I love the Knicks. They call me the diehard. I'm a diehard. My name is Diehard Eru. Diehard Knicks podcast. I've been doing it for like a little while now on YouTube. Like about 2 years on YouTube. I've been doing it maybe like 3 years altogether because I was doing audio for a little while before this. So doing it on YouTube now exclusively. I really enjoy it. And I looked around. I don't see any Liberty fans. Shame on you, diehard Liberty fans, that you guys never made a podcast. I just don't get it. If there are any podcasts, please put it in the comments. If you know anybody that's doing Liberty content out there, please put it in the comments. I would love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would love to promote it, get it out there. This game is beautiful. Basketball is beautiful, man. Basketball is a beautiful game, and it's a different game, different style of basketball with the women, but it still is basketball. Still is basketball. Excuse me. Let me see here. What else you saying here, Joe? Joe, I'm gonna make sure I get your name out. Joe McEachin. Okay, so he said, this is my new account. This is Joe So Sick. Hey, Joe So Sick. Hey, okay, I recognize Joe So Sick. I lost your old phone. I lost my. Okay, I get it, man. That always happens. I always got to keep some spare accounts just in case. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is New York doing? I don't know, man. What are they doing? I don't know if you agree with what I'm saying here, man. They're not really. Running the offense through Sabrina tonight. I don't understand. Sabrina is giving up a dribble a lot. The Liberty allowing the Chicago Sky to get lanes on us. The Liberty don't usually do that when they lock down on their D. So they're basically giving the game to the Sky right now, because everything that they're doing is just playing right into their hands. It's not necessarily what the Liberty are doing, wrong or anything like that. Well, it's just they're not really stepping up. Very, very physical right now. Copper was beat up through the picks there. I love it. They don't do that in the NBA. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson, but Mitchell Robinson sets the worst picks. Just now they had double screens just now, and then the young lady Copper got chopped up going through two picks, man. And then she ends up causing a turnover, and the referee didn't call a foul. That's the difference between the NBA and the WNBA, man. It's beautiful, beautiful for somebody that loves the physical play of basketball, the game of basketball. So let's get back to some play-by-play. We got the Liberty here on the right-hand side, right in front of that bench. Sabrina has the ball there. Coach is giving off direction, arguing with the referees here a little bit. She's giving direction to the team. Chicago Sky making some substitutions. Here goes Sabrina, inbounds pass out to Laney. I love Laney. She's a good basketball player in between the legs, top of the key. She's directing traffic here, trying to get some Howard to come up to give her a pick. Howard did not come up to give her anything. Here goes Howard on top of the key for a desperation three. She misses it. Nobody is inside to get that rebound. Dolson was out of position. She should have been down there. Here goes Candace Parker, just pushing the ball up the court. Turnover, still Sky ball. So Candace Parker does I mean, you can't stop her, man. She's big as hell, and she can ball handle and she can shoot. You can't stop her. You cannot stop her in the WNBA. You just can't. You just can't do it. So here we go. Laney guarding Copper really well, going towards the basket. So that's the play, man. Get your players going to the basket, and you'll be able to stop it. If the young ladies start shooting threes, like the point guard just pulled up Vandersloot, she shot the three, missed it, but they were able to slap the ball out of bounds. Wow, Laney just clobbered Copper. Now that obviously was on purpose. She was trying to get out there to close out on the man, but she slipped and fell into her. That definitely was a power move there to push physical play. If anybody's watching the replay here, see Laney just comes in and just clobbers her. Unless she knows she was already going to commit the foul, then if you're going to commit the foul already, just go for it. Make it a basketball play. You're not trying to hurt nobody. Go for the ball. She did go for the ball, but then she used her body to annihilate her. Hopefully that would get Copper off her game and get her frustrated, because we definitely don't need her fresh right now. Here goes Dolson guarding the point guard here at the top of the key, which is no good. Laney's guarding Candace Parker. Here goes the point guard again, Vandersloot. I believe that was Vandersloot. Just hit a 3-point shot. I don't know if they counted it as a 3, but that fucking sucks, man. Liberty got caught in the switch. He goes Laney. Laney's running point guard right now, which is odd. And Sabrina's right there. Is Sabrina hurt? Here goes Howard, pick and roll with Laney. Little floater shot. She misses it. Is Sabrina hurt? If she's hurt, get her out the game. Here goes Candace Parker driving. You got to stop her. Kick a pop number 35 over to Vandersloot, over to Copper. She misses the 3-point shot. Here goes Sabrina. She's dribbling the ball up the court. They just called travel, fam. Sabrina, they just know. Oh, okay, all right. I just saw the referee. They just called illegal screen by Howard. All right, so that's an illegal screen. I peeped it. She set a pick for Sabrina. But Sabrina, what's up, man? She look like she ain't got no pep in her step tonight, man. Man, this sucks, bro. And so let me see what's going on. Shout out to Greenhouse. Shout out to Greenhouse, man. I know why they call you Greenhouse. Appreciate you supporting Greenhouse. I think Greenhouse, I don't think I know. Greenhouse is the first subscriber to the Liberty channel. So that's what's up. I don't even know any NBA streams. Anyways, yeah, man. There's a few. They'll do like guest spots like from people that you see on WNBA. NBA 2K personalities, that type of thing. Young personalities that just come out of college and stuff like this, especially female broadcasters. You might see them do guest pods, whatever, but never nothing fluid. Something that's all the time. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. It's a big time shame. You see WNBA players doing commentary after and before, and it's never really really crazy about the teams, bro. I really would love to see. I would love to see somebody that really cares about these teams go crazy and talk about them. Like I said, I'll do the best that I can because I have a problem. I have a problem. I don't know if anybody noticed that. I got a problem speaking, man. I have to run my mouth when it comes to sports and stuff. I got a motor mouth. That's something that's my superpower. If you want to say that. Yeah, man. Yeah, I should have watched Laney in high school. You went to the same school at the same time. What the hell, man? But she's a late bloomer though. And when she started in the WNBA, she had a couple bad seasons. But that's what happens in the WNBA. Girls don't get opportunity. They don't get opportunity. They might have somebody in front of them, and then they got somebody in front of them, but then the team does not acknowledge that this person has skill. They don't acknowledge that Laney has skill. They just play the girl that they want to play, and then Laney ends up getting waived. So that's how the Liberty got her. The Liberty was able to get Laney because they just gave her away, like she was nothing, and then she ended up being a top-notch starter for the Liberty. So that needs to stop. That needs to stop. If the only person that's gonna be able to stop that is fans of the WNBA, and the fans of the WNBA can't continue to keep their eyes closed and don't say nothing about it. Even the players that coveted that WNBA, they need to say something about that. It's not fair. the WNBA has a problem with rosters right now. They're talking about expansion. They do not need to expand. Okay, they need to expand each roster. Right now they only have 12 roster spots. That's it. So let's say if they get 4 injuries, they're done. They get 4 injuries, they're done. They have to waive those 4 players. They could be star players. If they lose 4 star players, to like major injury, they have to waive them because then they can't function as a team. That's crazy. So, but if they had the 3 extra roster spots, you know what I'm saying? Then they can maneuver. They could put some girls on the injury list and keep 12 people fresh. You know what I'm saying? Keep a 15-man roster. They could do that. Keep girls on the injury list. When girls get injured, young ladies get injured, they can take them off the injury list and put them in the main roster, and that will help the NBA so much, man. The WNBA, not expanding to another 2 teams. 2 teams with 12 roster spots. That's not gonna work. Come on, man. It's not gonna work. WNBA has a lot of problems, and for those that love this league, man, you got to stand up for it, man. I know it don't mean nothing. It's just basketball. So we got 17 seconds left in this game. Number 23, in and out crossover. So what happened? Take foul there. Did they call a foul with Candace Parker? Candace Parker's energy on the basketball court is kind of like a dick. She's kind of a dick. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're like the going is tough. Right now they're up by 12. So they know that the Liberty can catch up. They know the Liberty can catch up. They're not. Sky is not particularly playing good basketball right now. The Liberty is making a lot of mistakes. It's unbelievable. And at halftime, the coach is going to have to sit down with them. They're going to have to talk. They're going to have to. Hopefully, the young ladies behind the scenes are making videotape and stuff like that, and the coaching staff can to bring up what they're doing wrong. If they can come up with a game plan to fix what the Liberty are particularly doing wrong, they could beat the Sky. But if they continue going along this route, it's not going to be good, man. So anyway, we still got a couple more seconds left in this first half, on my clock. But let me see what's going on this on the game clock. Are we actually in halftime right now? I don't see a time here. I don't understand why there's no time. Let me check here. I gotta refresh this. I don't know if there's a time right now. Are they? It doesn't say that we're in halftime yet. Okay, excuse me. 15 seconds left. All right, I got it. 15 seconds left. Actually, it's less than that. Or it might be 15 seconds. I think 15 seconds is left. So that's how much we got left on the clock there. So in 15 seconds, I'll be shutting off Diehard Knicks podcast. And then I'll be just going exclusive with the Diehard Liberty channel. So for those that want to hang out and keep talking basketball or just, listening to what I got to say, you appreciate it, go over to Diehard Liberty channel. You can see it right there in the chat. I'll put it here. Diehard Liberty. Diehard Liberty podcast. That's the logo there. Please go to that, follow that link, and go to that channel and watch the second half of the broadcast with me. Okay. So I'll be saying goodbye to my guys on Diehard Knicks, and we'll be going to Diehard Liberty. And once again, thanks for everyone that is watching on Diehard Knicks. Thanks for the support. Like I said, if you like Liberty basketball, you just want to find out more about it too, man. I'm here to be the teacher. Not the teacher, but the presentator. You know what I'm saying? To my Knicks fans, man. So please go over to the other channel. We could talk about it. So right now we're in halftime right now. So just now, I think Chicago Sky got the last second shot. Candace Parker was able to get number 30. Nice little layup. You can't stop that. Once these young ladies are going straight to the basket and you're not in the passing lane or you're just not physically in front of them, you're not going to stop the layup. So anyway, we're at halftime right now. I'm going to say bye to you guys on Diehard Knicks. Thank you guys for supporting the Liberty stuff. I know it's different colors, different team going on here, man, but I'm trying to support the other franchise in New York, give them some support. But I'm going to cut you guys off. And if you guys want to continue to listen, please head over to the Diehard Liberty channel. You can do that right now.